You seem to, I've heard, understood that something was going on before the rest of us caught on. Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, it's just kind of an innate sense that us trans women have. I sensed something was happening years ago, but of course, everybody has to transition at their own pace.
How do you feel about the way he has done this, the way he did it? It seemed like it was conscious that he and the family allowed information to trickle out. We all sort of became used to it, and then boom, does a comprehensive interview. Was that the right way to go about this? Is the transgender community behind what he's doing?
Well, I mean, I don't think that Bruce had any choice. I mean, he's a national figure. He's a public figure. He's hounded by the paparazzi daily. How else are you supposed to deal with this other than face it head on and try to make it work to your best way if you can make it work?
Yeah, Judy, I agree with Candace. I mean, what's he supposed to do? Fade off into the woods? He has to be public about this. Everyone's going to figure it out. There's going to be pictures. Why not deal with it straight on? The people are questioning, though, whether his motivation was solely to come clean with this in the shadow of him coming up with a reality series and whatnot. The motivation seems a little bit uncertain.
Dr. Drew, I don't believe that's true at all. He talks about the fact that he knew when he was a little child, when he was 7 or 8, wanting to put on the dresses of his sister and his mom. And that is my experience with the gender dysphoric individuals I've worked with, that there's a sense that they know something doesn't feel right as young as 4 or 5 years old.
Now, Judy, he said that gender dysphoria, or that being a transgender, identifying as such, is not a mental illness, and yet gender dysphoria is in the DSM-5. I spoke to a psychiatrist earlier today who said if you don't have the dysphoric component, it really isn't a mental illness. It's just a gender identification. Candace, does that make sense to you? Can you clarify that for people that may have difficulty understanding it?
Well, I mean, to me, as a trans woman, there's nothing wrong with me. I've always been a good, normal, viable person in this society. And the idea that saying that what I am and who I am is some sort of dysmorphia is
well, dysmorphia is a different thing. That's a different thing. However, did you see, I made me think about dysmorphia, Candace, and I wonder how you felt about this. When Bruce held up that dress that he wanted to wear, and it was so tiny, it was like his body image didn't fit the clothing he planned to be in. I thought, wow, could that be a dysmorphia in addition to the gender identity issue?
I mean, it was a cute dress. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Other than, maybe Bruce is still just trying to be a little bit private about what he wears and how he goes about doing things.